In this video, I started a first-generation farm with nothing but a bank loan and a pickup truck. So now I have the challenge of building a profitable farm from scratch. Will I go broke or will I make it big? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys enjoy content like this and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and dropping a like helps too. Anyway, let's go build a farm. Another day, another dollar. It's nice and warm out today. We got loads of money ready to be made all around us. All these bales out here, they're going to get sold and turned into some cash. That and the soybeans are actually about to turn ready here. They're not quite ready just yet, but they're very, very close. However, we do have a bunch of hay currently on the ground. It actually has to get tedded into hay. It's currently just grass, but we're going to do that, get it all baled up, and I'm hoping by tomorrow the soybeans should be ready. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. So this is probably the last time this year I'm going to be using the Ford. I do have plans to upgrade it eventually. I've been on the hunt for something to take its place, but right now there's not a whole bunch on the market. Hopefully later this fall we'll be able to find something decent at an auction. It does work, it's just a little bit too small to run anything else but the rake, and I'd like something that could run a bit of everything. Well, we are now on the other side of the river here. We've got just about everything done as far as tedding goes. There's still some raking and baling to do, but it looks like we're gonna get quite a bit out of this, more than I thought actually. For the second cut, this is actually not too bad. And that is the last of it. I'm not sure how many bales we're gonna get off all of this stuff around here, but I hope it's a good amount. The more money we get, the more debt I can pay off, or I can choose to buy more land if we actually get enough this year. However, I do gotta save enough for input costs next year because they were not cheap this year, and they're sure as heck not gonna be cheap the next year. Well, this is gonna be really easy to bale up. I've got the row going right in the middle of the road. Oh, okay, now I hit a tree. So that's it, that's all for raking here. This is actually the last time we're gonna be using the rake this year, so it can probably be put away, but we don't really have any space to put this away at the moment. I actually have to get all this equipment organized and serviced all for next year. That and washed too, they're all pretty dirty. So we'll probably get to that after harvest. Ah, shoot, I forgot to take a count before I started on how many bales we had in the counter, but I guess we could do a count afterwards. I really wish there was more space back here on the back of the farm because the grass grows so dang thick back here, but with all this crop around, we can't really get too close to the fields all the way around, so we kind of got to take what we can get. But maybe at some point, if I end up getting more cropland, I could turn one or two of these fields into just a full like alfalfa field or something and just make a ton of money doing hay. So this is our last bale here. I think if my count is not off, we should have about 14 or something like that. But unfortunately, that's not a full bale, so I guess it'll just be a half one. Even if we got 14, 15 bales, that's still a pretty dang good amount. So I'm just taking another look at the markets here. We're at the bottom of the market for straw and dang near the bottom of the market for hay. And I was going to sell it, but I think we can wait. We've got $55,000 in the account now, and we're just about ready to harvest soybeans. So what I'm going to do is build a hay shed. I think we're going to put it kind of right around here. Somewhere around here anyway. We can't leave these bales out all winter, and we're going to actually have to haul them out sometime in the winter, but if I can keep them under storage, that will make them worth a bit more money. So I think a hay shed's the move for sure. So I'm looking at my options right now. This one's $10,000. It's not too fancy, but it should do the job. I mean, I guess it is kind of fancy. I wish I could have it exactly match my shop. Maybe I can find one like that. Yeah, I can't find anything, so it looks like one of these are going to be my option. So it has been a little longer than a couple of days. Unfortunately, my timing on these beans was way off, and it is now October 1st. But they're finally ready, so we can get to harvesting these. The hay shed has been finished, which is good, so I have a bill for that. I also have a bill for the mechanic. The mechanic finally got the combine finished, so I've got to pay for that. Not very exciting. But yeah, check this out. I think we'll have more than enough room to store all the bales and then maybe a couple other pieces of equipment. I can't believe we got into October before the dang beans were ready. That is ridiculous. So shed bill is paid $10,000. Not very expensive for a shed like that. Actually got a really good deal on building that. And a $4,000 bill on the combine. With the amount of money I put into this thing, probably could have bought a better combine, but that is what it is. I'm going to switch the tractor from the baler to the gravity wagons. I was going to get all this equipment serviced and put away and all that. I just spent so long on the dang shed that I didn't have time for it. That's probably an after harvest project at this point. Ooh, I may have to go get some more fuel soon. The tractor is running low. We're not going to be harvesting that field yet. We're going to be harvesting the fields across the farm. But dang, it's been so long that the grass has grown up around the bales. This is ridiculous. Now, we don't have too terribly long to get all of these beans harvested before it gets too cold. So we're going to try get done what we can, but I also have to get all these bales in the shed as soon as possible. So I don't know how much harvesting we're going to get done today exactly. I just want to kind of see how these beans are going to yield, and it looks like they're yielding good so far. Definitely the plan for next year is to get these beans in sooner because we are at like the time limit for being able to harvest these. I was starting to get worried they weren't going to turn actually. 2 rounds around the field here for the headlands, and we are at 63%. So not too bad. Actually, just getting out and checking, we are at 97% yield bonus and 100% fertilized. So I'll take that. First load going into the gravity wagons. I was hoping we were going to get at least one full wagon off this field, but it doesn't look like it. We'll get close though. All right, first field of beans done. I'm gonna have to cut out the headlands here so I have somewhere to park the gravity wagon train there. I should be able to make it all the way around. At least once, I hope. It would appear that this field is not yielding as good as that other field, so made it around once very easily. Most definitely make it around twice, I think. Aw, man, who put a bale right in the middle of the road? It was definitely me. All right, let's see how the soybean market's looking today. Yeah, not bottom of the barrel, but also not great. If we were in June, we'd be making bank. Another full tank here. I think it's probably gonna take at least one more full tank to finish off this back gravity wagon, and I was just gonna do these 2 fields, but since I kind of want to fill this up, we're gonna do the headlands on this field over here, and that should fill that gravity wagon up all the way. This should about do it for that back cart. I just hope this combine can last the rest of the harvest season because it is in rough shape. Even though the mechanic got it all fixed up, you never know what could happen. The question is, do I upgrade for next year? Because that is one expensive upgrade if I do have to do that. So I think instead of bringing a trailer over here to move the bales, I think there's like 6, maybe 5 over here. I'm just gonna bring the skid steer across and just take them across the river here. I do wish I had a loader on this 4455, but I do not, so skid steer it is. I'm not going to take these soybeans in just yet because it's still pretty early in the morning, and I'm sure the elevator has a nice line up to it, so I'm just going to wait for now and get these bales all moved. What I should really get is a proper bale spear, but I guess the forks work. You know what? Never mind. I forgot this thing only goes 9 miles per hour, which is ridiculously slow, so we're taking the trailer across the river. Now that these fields are harvested, we can drive straight across them, and it makes my life a bit easier. Huh. So it was 5. Could have sworn it was 6, but I guess not. Back across the river we go. So I've got a pretty nice little stack of bales going here. I've pretty much just grabbed what was on the trailer and around the field and the surrounding area here. I think we have a good bit now. There's still lots to go, but the stack is looking pretty dang good. So as time wasting as it might seem, I'm gonna have to load up the rest of the bales, other than maybe a couple of the straw bales, up on the trailer here because it just takes too dang long for that skid steer going a whole 9 miles per hour to get them back and forth. It's just easier to literally load them on a trailer, bring them back over to the bale storage, and unload them. So I think these last 3 are it. There's one on my forks, one over here, and one just down there past the truck. I think. I could be wrong. Don't get stuck. We're good. Man, when we reach peak price, these are going to be worth so much dang money. Oh, I might have to restack these because I did a terrible job grabbing them. All right, whatever. It's not going far. The first 6 I did a really good job stacking. These last 2, I don't know what's going on. I was about to say, I'm just gonna leave the skid steer out here so I can get the straw bales next, but I guess I gotta unload these bales somehow. I really need another loader tractor or something. I don't know what we have more of, hay or straw bales. I'm assuming hay, but I could be wrong. 1 whole bale short of a perfect stack. 1 dang bale. Maybe there's one that I missed somewhere and I will be able to have a perfect stack, but right now it's not looking like it. So if each row here is 5, minusing this row because this one's 4, we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 29. That's actually less than I thought we'd have. Now for the straw bales. This is gonna be fun. There's a lot of them out here. We actually may have more straw bales, but at least once these are off of here, I can go in here with the disc and disc this all up. I also built my hay shed way too big, but the plus side to that is I can store plenty of equipment in here because there's going to be a few pieces of equipment that are not going to fit in the shop. It also sucks that we took away from our really nice hay ground, which is right around here, but as long as we can store this stuff, we can make more money. You see why I get the truck? This thing is so dang slow. It should not be this slow. Maybe there's like some sort of gear I'm not thinking of. You know what? No control panel. What the heck? It's safe to say I got over half of them now. They're not all stacked though. Half of them are on the trailer, very haphazardly stacked. Yeah, that's what not wanting to stack bales looks like. Oh, that is so terrible. Half of them look like they're about ready to fall off. I did not think about this when loading them, but unloading them's gonna suck here. Oh, so many of these are about to fall all off the trailer. Oh, maybe not. We might be okay. So as far as it's looking, we definitely have more straw bales here. But luckily, I haven't had any bales fall off the trailer just yet. This one might. Oh, okay. So just as I say that, one falls off. Got it. You know how badly right now I want an automatic bale stacker? So dang badly. This will make my job so much easier. But unfortunately, those are very expensive, and that is money I do not have right now. All right, time to flip it back over. There we go. So this stack is just about done. It's got like 3 more bales on it, and it'll be finished. What kind of sucks is we're going to have to start another stack, and that's going to take up, well, a little bit of one bay. So not ideal, but is what it is. There we go. Finally finished. And I actually stacked the bales in the trailers somewhat neat this time. So that stack is finished. We're going to make one more 5-row because we actually just have perfectly enough 5. There we go. Finished. The hay was 29. What do we have here? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. An extra 6. So checking my stock, believe it or not, the straw is worth more right now. How is that possible? 21,730 on the straw, and then the hay is 21,198. The max value on the hay is only 23, and the max value on the straw is 26. That's crazy. I can't believe that. All right, well, with the bales dealt with for now, until we have to sell them eventually, I am going to go dump off these soybeans. Where am I getting my best value at? Bale sale, apparently? Okay. Oh, that's way up on the edge of the map by field 57K. Screw the tractor. We're hooking this up to the truck. There should be a lot of money in these wagons. I hope at least. So I was wrong. It's apparently the farmer's market that has the better price, so we're going to be dumping it here instead, which luckily it's just right down the road from the bale sale. Oh yeah, money roll in. So our total price for everything came to $34,491. Just slightly better than oats? I guess a good bit better. But there's still the straw from the oats. So I don't know. But 75 grand we're up to. I will take that. We've still got lots of more soybeans to harvest and lots of hay and straw to sell. So could be lots more money. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe and goodbye.